All right, thank you for your patience as we shift in for just a moment. So we have started in the communications the week before the Monday, trying to give you some of the main topics that are going to be discussed in today's meeting. So just as an overview, we will, Patty will be doing her announcements. Douglas has some training for us, and so does me, and then I'll be covering our Minnesota paid leave today. So first things first, I'm going to pass it off to Miss Patty if she's ready.
Good morning, welcome to December, and it's holiday time. Woo! So we have some new employees. We have 4 employees that started, and I'm going to welcome them. I see a few. I see Todd over here. He's one of the first ones. He's part-time. Thank you. Welcome. So everybody welcome him. We have another Todd. He's doing some community for us. And then we have a Rick. I don't see Rick. He's taking over the 323 that Lori does on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. He's going to be doing it Thursdays and Fridays. And so that route will be complete with a full-time 2 drivers. So that will be good for those clients to have a little bit of someone every day. Yes. And then we have Dontre. He isn't here because he's got a full-time job during the day, but he's an evening driver. We have so many evening shifts that we needed to get someone to help us out in the evening. So when you see he is here. Dontre, come in. There he is. Welcome. Everybody welcome Dontre. He's one of our evening drivers, so welcome. And for you 4, punch in as training. So when you punch in, you're going to punch in as training on these driver meetings. So we have some anniversaries. We have 3 anniversaries this month. We have Doug Lips, who's been with us for 7 years, Doug. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Appreciate it. We have Mike Pottoff, who is a sub-driver trainer that's been with us 2 years. Thank you for all you do. Help us get all that snow and the snow blower and all that too. So thank you for all your help. And then Pong. So when you see Pong, he's a mechanic. He has been with us for 4 years. So give him a little shout out when you see him as well. So we have the holiday party. I want to just touch base a little bit about the holiday party. I want to thank everybody for showing up and for such a successful holiday party. But we could not have that wonderful holiday party if it wasn't for the morale committee. If you're on the morale committee, please stand up. These guys go over and beyond and do everything. Diane, Dorothy, Reed, Angie, Melanie, Trevor, myself, Brada. We just get together once a month, and we would love for people to come and help us out. We try to have more fun things for you guys and plan for more fun things, and we would love some drivers to come and join us, because we would love more ideas and help. So it's a little shout out for the morale committee to come help us out. We have fun. We enjoy doing things for you guys, so come and see what it's all about. And it actually is meeting today, so if you're interested and want to come see what it's all about, Melanie, what time does it start? 11:45, and meeting upstairs in the conference room of Newtrax. And I just want to thank last Friday, thank you for your patience, drivers. It was the Merrick Christmas party, and oh, did they have fun. And I was out there, Reedy was out there, Mike was out there, we were we were loading and unloading, and those clients, they look forward to it. They're probably already talking about it for next year. So I just want to say thank you for your patience. I know it's a lot, and you know, just giving those guys so much fun. I mean, it's the smiles on their face as soon as they get to the party until they leave that party. They're out there dancing, and of course, you know, I go out there and start dancing with them, and it's fun. They just have so much fun. So thank you for being patient that day. And then also, thanks for the snow day. It went off without a hitch. You guys, we had a couple people get stuck, but man, we had help from the mechanics. We had some help that morning. Mike and I, we had help getting all the buses out. So thanks. I think it's going to be one of those winters that there's going to be lots of snow. And I just want to thank Derek and Kathy Pegg for starting buses, coming in at 5 a.m. I mean, I appreciate you guys so that Mike and I don't have to get out there and start those buses. So you know what? It's not something that we have to do. It's something that we want to do. So please, no complaining if a bus isn't started. It's not that we forgot to start the bus. It just might have just got missed. So please just thank these guys and do not yell at them for having a bus that is not started, because they're trying to do their best. They are doing their best. I appreciate them. I have got some great news, because our workman's comp claims have been down this year. So guess what that means? Bonus. It means a bonus for all the full-time drivers and all the part-time drivers that have started before October 1st. And these bonuses will be on your next check, the December 26th check. So if you're a full-time driver and you started before October 1st of 2025, you will receive $250 extra. That's extra than the little something surprise that you'll be receiving this Friday. So everyone come around Friday. We're going to be having a little surprise on Friday for all drivers. And then for part-time drivers, it's $100. You'll be getting a check if you started before October 1st of 2025. So thank you. Let's keep those workman comp claims down. We are trying to get back to you guys. So if we keep workman comp claims down, if we can, you know, even like with these driver meetings, we give an hour and a half for driver meetings. Let's not go over that. Just, you know, with clocking in and clocking out, I don't want to be that clock in, clock out Nazi. You know, so if your route, please go by those window work times. And if they need to be changed, just come talk to me and let's change them. But let's follow those times on window work, and maybe we can give out more of a raises next year and on community. Go, you know, if you don't feel like they're right on community and you need more time, I know Scott's really easy to talk to and Trevor, that, you know, if you say, oh gosh, I need to be leaving a little bit sooner than that, you know, we want everyone, you know, that's why we have that window work. So that's, Mike and I are doing reviews right now, so we're kind of talking about that. And so if I want those times to reflect, because the sub-drivers watch those times. So if they're wrong, those full-time routes, we need to change them. So I'll be talking to you, and Mike will be talking to you. So you might see a change on your schedule, because we might just put a review on last minute for the next day. So please be watching window work as well. Okay, those are all, and please slow down at the sites. We have people going so fast in commerce sites. I mean, we've had so many people hit mirrors and it's just, we don't need to be going so fast. You get paid by the hour, right? So please, just slow down on those sites. With clients walking around, let's just slow down. And that's it. Have a wonderful December, and I'm excited to see y'all on Friday for that little surprise.
Thank you, Patty. All right, next up, we're going to be doing electronic DVI training with Mr. Douglas.
Oh, you can keep that.
I'm going to keep this.
Can everybody see that? All right. Can everybody hear me? Good morning. So, EDVIs, how are they working for everybody? By a show of hands, or show of thumbs. Thumbs up is working fine. Thumbs up, I have no idea what's going on. Like this, I don't know, kind of maybe. Whitney, how's it going for you? Are you getting all the information you need?
No.
No. So that's why we're doing this training. So remember, plan B, if the tablets go down, or you're actually having a bad day and it's not working for you, plan B is always paper copy. There should be paper copies in your book or in the bus. Just a few, not a ton. What we're trying to get rid of is the box full of paper that she has to deal with and get numbers from, that we have to store. There's no reason we should be going, so with our 30-some routes a day, we have 55 buses, so most of them go out all day. So that's 100, every day we're doing over 100 sheets of paper. That adds up. You know, it's small add up, but it's constant. If you see the printouts, there's no reason we need to be in 2025 wasting all that paper when we carry a tablet with us. Anyway, we get that on there. It's easier for her to pull up the data. She doesn't have to worry about rain-soaked sheets. She doesn't have to worry about scribble. She can get the data. Great. The only catch is we got to enter the data. So more than half of them doing okay. So this is just a reminder on how to do it. Hopefully this works. Nope, doesn't work. Could Tom, could you hit the space bar, please? Could you hit the space bar, please? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go over logging on. There are two parts to it, and then we're going to go on turning back. By a show of hands, who's heard of that? All right, I need to do some education. Then your pre-trip, post-trip, and logging on. So logging on, there are 4 pieces of information you need to give into Alltrans. I know Alltrans can sometimes be buggy, but it's a custom software they use. They've tailored it to us. We try to do some improvements. One of them I'll talk about soon, but please have patience. So you need your driver PIN, and then you need your agency code, which is Newt, like the animal, or just the first 4 letters of Newtrax. The second form, the vehicle is pretty standard. Please don't fat finger that. Get the vehicle you're actually in, the physical vehicle. The route, for you route drivers, no problem, it's the one you're doing. The trouble we're running into is if you've been bumped out as a route driver, or you're a community driver. You don't have a route in Alltrans, and often you don't use Alltrans. We've put together 3 routes, dummy routes, that help you get into the program. Training A, Training B, placeholder. If you mess those up, you're not destroying a live route. I don't know if some of you remember a couple years ago we had a problem with people logging into other people's routes and canceling them out. That's that problem we're worried about. So if you're a community driver, there are just 3 and only 3 routes you should be using to get in, to get past the second login. So for a route driver, you put your route. For a community driver, it's one of those 3.
They're not always in there.
That is why we're going to cover the next thing, turn back. What happens is, Route driver before you grabs one of those, community driver before you grabs one of those three, gets in. And they see the screen and they're like, all right, I'm gonna do my pre-trip and I'm gonna go do my thing. They forget to turn back. So turning back is returning those three programs because there's a dozen community drivers and sometimes there's some route drivers that use the dummy route to get back in because All-Trans kicked them out and they're outside the program and they need to get back in. And they need those three programs. If you, as a community driver, log in with it and forget to turn back, you're holding on to that program and nobody else can see it and everybody else is locked out. So at the end of the day, you open up the route list to use something to get in, there's nothing. Because everything has been spoken for and it's all in someone's personal login. So to turn back, you first choose that little hamburger up there. There we go. Up there, the little hamburger, and you choose, that's your menu, and you choose dashboard. This is your dashboard. And for route drivers, this would be your route. 310, AM, that type of thing. There's the accept and turn back. If you press the accept, this will disappear. As a community driver, you should never be hitting this blue button. You want to hit the turn back. And yes, I know it says earn back. Because the kerning, it's one of the things that's programs in progress. It's always been a complaint. The words don't always fit in the bubble, but that's your turn back button. So you turn that back. It's going to pull up a little pop-up menu. Says, "Are you sure you want to turn back this trip?" And you hit yes. Hit yes once. Because if you hit too many times, you miss it. You can make this pop-up disappear and then hit the accept button behind it. And then you have to have dispatch forcibly turn it back out to the route list. Then, after turning back, then you do your pre-inspection. So you go back to your little hamburger, you do your you hit the pre-inspection, you'll get your big list. This is just a close-up, this is the whole thing, right there. It'll say odometer. This is very important for Whitney. You need to put your starting odometer right, the value there. And then we've talked about these. Your 4 choices are green, good condition, yellow, attention required, red, which would down the bus. So if you fill this in, it says needs attention or needs repair, you're saying this is a problem, I'm not taking this bus out. And X is not applicable, I didn't check it, I don't have that. All of these things is a reminder the shop doesn't see. One day we hope to get there, we're not there yet. So if you feel any problems, there's an immediate problem, call dispatch. If there's attention required, note it, and then later, after your route, fill out a repair report or vehicle deficiency report for the shop. Because again, that's how they help track the job. That, hey, I have something wrong. Tell them the shop takes it, and they go, oh, there's something wrong, and they have to answer it, and hopefully I've been seeing them laying out that they write, hey, I fixed it, or I didn't fix it, and this is why, and they return it to you. They put it out there. You haven't seen that, yes? Yes.
They used to do that, but I haven't seen that in months. They don't return it.
Okay, I will follow up with them, because that's what we should do. That should be the accountability. Because you said, hey, something's wrong, we want to address it and tell you what's going on. That's a good point. Thank you for pointing that out. Next. Yes, Whitney.
Make sure your mileage is accurate.
Make sure the mileage is
They
there.
are like 300, 400, 500 miles off.
Yeah.
They'll be talking to Rita.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of those.
And again, what's the main reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is that we're tracking mileage for our grant, the 50 Fed grant.
Correct.
Right. And that's how we pay for the buses. So just as it's important as we record the times for our clients in and out is accurate, that's how we get paid from our partner organizations. How we pay for the buses is accurately tracking the miles that we drive for our programs. So getting the starting and now the ending mileage, and this is where many of us are falling down. So after we've done the pre-trip, all you see is the one thing, it's post-inspection. I mean, actually it says inspection. After your pre-trip, this is what you should do. You go back to your if you're a route driver, you hit your little thingy up there, and you go to your dashboard, and you run your routes. If you're a community driver, you go to Google Maps, and you put in your spot, and you go do your thing. And after you're done, for the day, not for the morning, you're not doing a pre-trip, a post-trip, a pre-trip, and a post-trip. You're doing only one pre-trip in the morning, the first time you see your bus. And at the end of the day, when you're done with your shift, all your shifts that day, you're done with the bus, you walk away, you do your post-trip. Because it only allows you to do one, once. So, post-trip. This is what it looks like. It's remarkably shorter. It's just it's just a repeat of that small section. Again, I know it says enter starting value for your post-trip down there. Again, it's a boutique program. They just want the mileage. Please enter your accurate mileage in there so we have a starting mileage and ending mileage for that vehicle for that day. And then there's a drop-down menu here for your fuel. That's what it looks like over there. It's full, 3/4, 1/2, and 1/4. You put in your driver ID, hit save, and this is what it looks like when you're done. Are you done with this program? No. Up here, in the top right, there are 3 little dots. You need to click on the 3 little dots. And you need to choose log out. This is very important. Many people have been confused. They get through their pre-trip and they put in their driver ID and it says, I did not recognize, this is the wrong one. Because they've logged it, when they opened it up, they never logged in. They were under somebody else's account. This is a problem. If you're a route driver, you really should be logging out every day. Because if that's happening into somebody else's hands, they'll be under your name. If you're a route driver picking up and you don't go see through that, see that login, that's for the 2 and then the 2 login screen. Make sure you log out and try again because you may be under somebody else's account. So if you're doing wheelchairs, that goes under whoever is logged in, not you. So, at the end of the day, after your post-trip, then log out. Yes, Whitney?
And make sure you're saving or submitting, whatever it says.
Save.
Drivers are forgetting to save it, so it's not blocking any information.
Where's the save button?
I'm talking about for DVIs.
Oh,
You know, talking about. So there you are at the bottom.
I'll show you. Okay. Now Sue asked where the save button is on the.
You usually have to pull up the screen.
Yeah, you gotta swipe.
Yeah, so right down here, you see where the mouse is? Right, I pressed it. Oh, there. Right there, the blue button on the bottom of your list. That's your save. And then,
But after you put your pin in, most of the time that goes away and you gotta pull the screen up to get to the save.
so what Whitney sees is this. It's just like your old DVD. So all that work that you did electronically, this is what the end result looks like. So it'll have all your check marks. You have your name already filled in. If the first time you ever enter Alltrans, it has you fill out a little yellow box for your signature. If you remember that, it remembers that, and it puts it right there as your signature. And then there's your starting mileage, and there's your ending mileage. If there are multiple people for that bus, you can do that. So driver A does this, driver B gets your bus for the afternoon, whatever, and they have their own pre-trip and post-trip they do. That shows up there. But the big thing is that what you need to see is your starting and ending mileage.
So when you almost every morning when I come in, it says that
Oh, no, you're doing the right thing. So, this is, you see that, at 4, that your driver number and Newt, that screen, you enter that, and you pick your bus and your route, whatever, and you hit that, and then a pop-up window says, hey, somebody's, this bus is under Bob, this bus is under Bob. He was in that earlier that day, and he's tied to it. You're taking that bus from him, you're going to be driving it, just hit, yes, I am going to take this bus.
Because it lets that always work, because I do that, and then I get told that it was under somebody else.
That person logged out, it won't say that. So
Oh.
if you get that button, that will log out and log in.
You know, if you're logging out, if, he may be logged into a different tablet.
The only way you get that is if you're logging in.
If he's
So I
not
get
logged
what
out,
you're saying.
it's the only way to get it.
You wouldn't get the option to do that.
Yeah.
If you didn't, if you don't have to put your pin in before you start anything, then someone's already in.
That's true. She had just put her pin in. So she's putting her pin in and Newt. She's on the outside of the program and entering, and that's when she sees that pop up.
I haven't had the same tablet for 2 months.
Yeah. So yeah, but what the first thing you see when you see All-Trans, you should have to enter 4 pieces of information. If you don't do that, and somebody's already, if you open it up and it's already in there at the dashboard or driver management screen, somebody else is logged in. Log out. And then you should see your driver number, the Newt, and then you go to the new screen and it should say route and a vehicle number. Yeah. And just choose it.
So to clarify, if it says this is logged in as Bob.
Right, you've entered, so, to clarify, you've entered your driver number, and you've entered the Newt, you picked a route, picked a bus, and then you hit go, and then you see
And you say Bob is logged in under this bus.
bus. Yes.
If you still hit confirm,
Still hit confirm. That's
Yes.
and it will bump him out, put us in. Or
Yes.
should we go back?
You're already in.
Yes.
Right, but what
Hit
I'm saying-
confirm.
What I'm saying is.
Happens to me every day, I share once in 10 gig
So
area.
then I get told that it's under somebody else, that I did the route under somebody else, so that's why.
No, that's not that. That is Bob's pre-script the bus. That's what it's saying. It's like, hey, Bob's been assigned this bus in All-Trans because he pre-scripted earlier. Sorry, Bob. And then, but if he post-scripted fine, the bus is still attached to his name in the program. Okay, yeah, well, no, he did log out. He could have done everything right. It's just assigned to, that bus has been assigned to him in All-Trans. Part of the scheduling function of this program. Again, it's boutique. It has a function where other companies that use it, they assign buses through this program to their things. So one of the functions is once you pre-trip a bus, you claim it for yourself in the program for that day, and it says, this is Bob's bus all day. So if you come in the afternoon and try to use it, or something in the middle, it says, hey, this is Bob's bus, what do you know? And you say, confirm, I'm taking over from Bob.
Douglas?
Yes.
It says that even in the morning.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
All it's telling you is who had it last. That's all it's telling you is.
I've been told it's supposed to clear out every day, everybody's supposed to go back to the defaults, but maybe it holds on. Again, it's a boutique
Every
program.
day when you log in.
But what's the important thing that I want to get through to everybody?
Log out.
Log out, and what should you see when you log in? How many pieces of information should you? Thank you. Your driver number, the Newt, and then you should see that new screen, and you just have the route number and your bus. You should be entering those 4 pieces of information, and then you're golden.
If you need more training, please schedule time with Douglas. We need to move on.
All right, I'm getting the hook. Okay, good? Yeah. That is actually end. This is supposed to be end. And I go, questions? And I've had those. So. Again, yeah, to reiterate what Patty said, if you have trouble or this was confusing to you, please come find me and I will go over it again.
We will talk about it, your review, and we will get you hooked up.
Okay.
Last question.
So, like for the white bear later, 1, 2, and 3, if I'm only doing one part of it, and they're naming them not the afternoon, can I use that to
You did?
get in?
Yes.
And then just log out?
Turn back.
And then somebody else will log out?
Yes. Yes, no problem. You would be considered a route driver.
What was it?
And he's saying, Scott does a lot of community stuff, but he occasionally does a white bear. Those are routes. So you just, like route drivers, this turn back problem isn't an issue for you because you just use your routes to get into the program.
How would we bring the kids home? Is that community or?
That's community, but you should already be in the system, well, or you can use your training to get in. You should have gotten, your day usually starts with something else, like a community, and you're already in all trans. But if that's the first thing you're doing, it's community, just use training.
I changed the community to route.
Yeah. It's just the training A, B, and placehold is just a thing to get you in the program. We hope to be getting rid of that fourth piece of information to remove this turn back confusion, but that takes time. But yes, use training A and B, and just remember to turn back.
Okay, go see Douglas, we have to move on, thank you, Douglas.
Yes, thank you so much, Douglas. And thank you all for your patience as we continue to explore new technology and keep moving forward as a company. And sometimes it gets a little bumpy as we go, but it's really great that we're making those strides and steps forward. So now I'm going to turn it over to Reedy. She's going to do a question and answer session with you all.
All right, I'm old.
Hi,
But I'm going to sit. Kind of like we were by your side, having a little chat for Christmas. Okay? You guys have seen the Elf movie, but you can't sit still, so it's probably going to be neat. So we're going to do kind of like, if you guys remember these questions from the rodeo, I know the rodeo is very memorable. So I'm sure you know the answers to all these questions. And if you get an answer right, my lovely elves, Patty and Angie, will be giving you a little treat. Okay? All right, first of all, true or false? We schedule time through Paylocity.
False.
Who said false? All right. That is false. You schedule time off through when to work.
And my Pottoff did it on this.
Okay. True or false? Seizures are reported with a driver communication report.
False.
False. Seizures have their own report. That was incorrect.
I can't hear the question.
What is the recommended minimum following distance for a bus traveling at 45 miles per hour? 4 seconds.
Just a minute. They couldn't hear you over there. What form should you be?
Oh, who
Filling
said
out.
that?
What form should you be filling out when you have a seizure?
A seizure report is correct.
But the one that you just did, I heard the answer here.
Okay.
What was
What
the answer?
was the answer?
4 seconds. But you did this.
4 seconds. And if it's inclement weather, yeah, now another second or two, especially with the slushy crap that's out there right now. All right. Which of the following is not a common blind spot for the bus driver? Directly behind the bus, directly in front of the bus, the left side mirror, or the right rear corner? Left side mirror, Bob Nordstrom, very good.
Nicely done.
I did. not a common blind spot.
I'm like, how is the?
Okay. When approaching a railroad crossing, what must a bus driver do? Yep, stop, look, and listen before crossing. Come to a complete stop. And if you have a designated lane for the railroad tracks, you can go into that designated lane. Otherwise, try to be in the right lane.
What about flashers? Putting your flashers on. Is that
Yes,
acceptable?
yes. Yeah, you always do. Put your flashers on.
Mark's got something to say.
Yes, Mark.
They don't plow that little lane you're supposed to go into, that's one morning.
Don't go in there.
I'm jumping right over the snowbank and
Are you gonna get stuck if you go in there? Then don't do
I didn't
it.
go in there, so I didn't know.
Yeah, don't. Good. That's good. You get a candy cane for that.
Don't know what a yellow snow is.
Yeah, don't eat the yellow snow. All right, let's see. What do the orange tags attached to the keys signify? What? That's right. The outing, that means that you have a Merrick or a PAI outing. If you see an orange tag on a key box.
Up back there, Gary, Cameron, Kim.
All of the candy canes are going to the sides. According to your bloodborne pathogen training,
Oh, Gary's got this.
how many types of hepatitis are there? No? Four.
Wait,
There is four. A, B, C, okay, thank you. Okay, A, B, C, and HIV. A little trick question. All right, what does the acronym RICE stand for when treating an injury? Rest. Very good. Did everybody hear that?
No, could you repeat it, please?
Rest, ice, compress, and elevate.
I think this side's doing better.
Just saying.
I don't think so. Hey, let's see how many
What?
candy canes we have on this side.
When is the carryover date for PTO hours at Newtrax?
What was that?
When is the carryover date for PTO hours at Newtrax? What? June 30th or July 1st? Are correct.
And if you're here 1 year, what is the max that you can roll over?
300.
Absolutely incorrect. Your full-time driver is 40 hours. 2 years, it is 80 hours. And 3 years is max, no matter how many years you're here, is 120.
Okay, I just got enough for a couple more. Thank you. Oh, Patty.
I get one.
Okay. Oh, you get a candy cane, sorry. I can talk or text on a personal cell phone while operating a Newtrax. Everybody should get a candy cane for that. Go out there, pass them around. Merry Christmas, you guys. Drive safe.
What happens if you get caught on a phone in your bus? Who's coming after you?
After that, happy holidays, everybody.
Come on,
which is something that is very new for everyone. It is new to the state. You have received, whether you understood it or not, you received something in Paylocity that said you had a task on your home page. Most of you have taken care of it. There's an electronic form that looks like this. And basically, this is a notification form that says that Newtrax did tell you that Minnesota paid leave is coming. And it has more detailed information on it. You do need to sign this. If you have not done it electronically, you still can on your task. If that's troublesome, I do have copies here. These copies are for two different purposes. To sign it, but also if you just want a paper copy to take with you, that's totally fine. I've made copies of that for that purpose as well. So if you have not signed it, please do sign it. I'm also going to go over some highlight information here. So today what we're going to talk about is what is it? What is this Minnesota paid leave? Who's eligible? How it works? What the benefit is? And what topping off is. You can go ahead and go to the next page. Oh, he's asking if you give the links. Okay, so the biggest thing is the state of Minnesota has created this because they felt like Minnesotans take care of each other. This is for lots of, it's similar to FMLA, if you guys have heard me talk about that, the Family Medical Leave Act. It's for similar purposes. So if you need to take care of yourself or you need to take care of someone that you love, this is going to give you that time and also help with some wage assistance. Please note, this is new. The state of Minnesota does not have all the answers. So if the state of Minnesota doesn't have all the answers, do I have all the answers? Yeah! So just be patient with us as we are also being patient with the state. Even things like our payroll companies don't have the information they need to set up payroll yet because the state is changing it weekly. So just please give us patience as we walk through this. This is the information that is correct today. It may change, and as it changes, I will do my best to communicate that information out to you. And also in the policy that I've written that we will be putting in the handbook, just know that it has links so you can go directly to the state's website that you can check out the information for yourself. Okay, so you can go ahead and go to the next slide for me.
Would you like the control?
Okay, just so, sure. I don't know if I'll use it, but thank you.
Down, we'll advance it.
Down?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so just so you guys all are aware, this is not an optional plan, not an optional benefit. The state requires that every employee, every employer must participate in this program. There's very few people who are out, which is contractors and seasonal hospitality individuals. Every other, even if you have one employee, you are still responsible for doing this benefit, this plan. So just so you know, that everybody has to participate. There will be a premium deducted from your paycheck. The requirement from the state, this is just their percentage that they created, is 0.88% this year. That's the premium that's required, and it's based off of your specific wages. So it's different for each individual. So it's confusing because I know it's not 100%, so it doesn't make a lot of sense because it doesn't equal 1 or 100. So it's 0.88% of your wages, and Newtrax, we are taking on 75% of that premium for you, and you will be responsible for 25% of that. So what that's going to look like, it does vary by your wage, but at the 2050, at our baseline, that's going to be about $3.60 per paycheck. So you will notice it, but we are hopeful that it's not going to be a huge impact. So there is a cost. It is coming out of your paycheck, and that is about how much it is. So just wanted to let you know a little bit about that. I'm going to go to the next slide. This is like FMLA, it's a job protected leave. You can still, like FMLA, you can still stay on your health insurance benefits and just pay your employee portion like you normally would out of your paycheck. You'll just still be responsible for that portion. There cannot be any retaliation or interference with you taking or using this leave. So that means that it can't affect your job. It can't be super negative towards you because you decided you wanted to take the leave or force you to do certain things. We can't interfere with that. It's very similar to FMLA in that way. So who is eligible? Most workers in Minnesota, and it does not matter what company you work for or if you've only worked for us for 2 days. The biggest thing is you can go to another organization. If you're a part-time employee and you work for 2 different organizations, you can apply for this with both organizations. But the one requirement is you have to have made at least $3,900 in the past 12 months. That's not necessarily a calendar year. You're kind of based off some wonky things, but $3,900 in the state of Minnesota. So even if you came to us from another position, you would still, most people meet that requirement, and you will be eligible for this benefit. So. And I don't know why I need to say that, but just another thing, I told you contractors and hospitality people, state government employees also are not eligible for this benefit. Generally, the conditions must last at least 7 days to be certified by a healthcare professional. So let's say, for instance, in February you're going to have a knee surgery. You generally know when that's going to happen, and so the first day that you're out for your surgery, there would be like the consecutive. You would have your surgery, and after the 7 days, you're going to be recovering longer than that. So after the 7 days is kind of when this benefit kicks in. So I like to kind of consider it like day 8 is when the benefits kick in. You may qualify for up to 12 weeks of family or medical leave. They're kind of 2 separate buckets. So the medical leave is for you personally. So if you have a surgery, you are pregnant, it's about you. But if the family leave is when you're taking care of anyone else, whether it's your spouse, your child, your parents, a baby, or you've just recently adopted a baby, it covers all that's the family leave. Yes, Elizabeth?
So it kicks in on the 8th day, you get those 7 days before that 8th day?
Do they pay one more time? What's your question?
She's asking for the 7 days.
You will get paid for those 7 days. It's just you won't get the benefits. You won't get paid until after that. So, great question. Okay, if you need both types of leave in a calendar year, you may qualify for up to 20 weeks in total. You guys will see mutual, and I'll share this with you on multiple pages. We are going with private insurance this year, and we are going with Mutual of Omaha, which already provides our life insurance and our long-term disability. They've been already doing this with like 13 other states. So they really understand how the programs work and function and how to work with the states. So we feel very confident that they're going to handle this well for us. Okay, so how does it work? So you must let your employer, which is Newtrax, know 30 days prior to the anticipated start date of leave, including the anticipated length and return date. In circumstances beyond your control, as emergencies do happen, you are required to provide notice to your employer as soon as practicable. When you let us know, we basically provide you with a form that you will need to fill out and you will need to return to Mutual of Omaha. You can mail that in, you can email it, and I will give you the form, so I will be happy to answer questions and walk you through that. That is something that you will need to do. So the benefit. What is the benefit? You know you're going to be paying premiums. You know the state has decided to do this program. What's the benefit to me? It is on top of job protection. It's also a partial wage replacement. So this is the first time that the state has offered this. FMLA that we keep talking about is a federal program. That's at the federal level. This is at the state level. The state has decided that they would like to provide Minnesota workers with a paid leave to be able to take care of themselves or others that they love. So that's, it's a partial wage replacement so that when you're out, you can get some of that wage replacement. It's a complicated formula, but it is about 60%, 66% of the wages that we make here. If you could look, can you click on that, Douglas? Are you able to do that? We'll make sure you get this. It's on the Minnesota website. They do have the formula out there for you. Thanks. This is what it looks like. You would put in your estimated quarterly wages. If you want help figuring that out, you're welcome to ask Angie and I. But it's a very complicated formula. You get like 90% of this amount of wages, and you get 66% of these, and then you get 50% of these. So it is not something that I can necessarily do for you, but the state has, and it's just an estimate. It's not going to be the exact amount, but at least gives you a calculator. So, okay. But it is on the state's website. So if you want to look into that more, you're welcome to take a look at that. So what we wanted to make sure to let you know is that is only a partial wage replacement, and each organization is creating a policy around that, just the leave in general. But we also want to let you know you have an opportunity to do what's called topping off. Topping off means it's only partial. If you would like to use your PTO, your paid time off, or your medical leave bank for those who have one, you can use that to help you get closer to the 100% when you are out on a claim. So we want to let you know that is something in our policy we will be allowing. Not every organization is. We just want to let you know that is a yes for us. Then you can use your PTO or your medical leave bank. And I would say please see myself or Angie, if you actually have a claim, you are going to be out on leave, we can help you figure out what amount you're allowed to take. You cannot go over 100%, and so you have to be very careful. You don't want to have any penalties with that.
Someone was asking if you could use your state and federal at the same time, like you wanted to.
To take that.
Right, yeah, you could do this FMLA at the same time. Is this like?
Great question, yes. So FMLA, that is a wonderful question. If you qualify for both FMLA and this leave, they will run concurrently, is what that's called. Because there's different requirements to be eligible for the federal level. Like you have to have worked here at least a year, and you have to work so many hours, and so there's a little bit more requirements for that. But if you're eligible for both, they will run concurrently. That's the same with Minnesota parental leave. These two leaves run concurrently, which means at the same time. And just that reminder too that, let's see, oh no, it's not on there, okay. That are, for FMLA, it is now running January 1st to December 31st. Yay, it's up there. Look at me, I did it on here. So just that reminder that it's not a rolling rolling system anymore. It's based on that date. And then, yep, so this will be the same for Minnesota paid leave and also runs concurrently. That's all I just said. So we're good on that. This is a lot. It's new. And I know some people are thrilled, some people are frustrated, and I get both sides and both emotions with that. I will take as many questions as I can, and if I'm unable to answer it, I will also let you know. We have a couple of minutes. Yes, ma'am.
They can run concurrently, or they will run concurrently?
They will run concurrently when you're eligible. Correct. Yeah, they run concurrently. Great question. Any other questions about this particular leave? Yes, sir, Mark.
When's it gonna start coming out of our tickets?
Great question. In January. So the premiums will start being deducted from your pay check in January. Now we give a caveat. if the states and the payroll systems actually get themselves together to figure that out, it should start in January. So, yes, great question. Yes, Bob?
Is that taken out, is it before tax wages?
Great.
How is that taken out? Plus, you know, with your,
Great question. There was not an option. So what Bob's question was, is it taken out before or after taxes? This is a leave that is, we don't have a choice. It's taken out after, right, post taxes.
Yes.
Yes, it's taken out post taxes. So that was a great question. Anybody else have another question? Okay. Feel free to see me, come and ask me questions. I will try to help you as much as I can. Just a couple other little things to note. Just a reminder of what Patty already mentioned, is there will be, we want to let you know this year ahead of time, there will be soup on Friday. So feel free to come and get some soup. There is also the save the date for the baseball game on May 13th. It's a 6:30 game, and it will be $10 per person, per employee, and it's kind of like right behind the dugout, so like really close to the field. Any other questions or thoughts before we get some pizza? Yes, sir. Bruce. Oh, great question. There was a question, Patty, for hours of operation for next week.
Okay, so we are off Christmas Day and the day after. So that would be next Thursday and Friday, 25th and 26th. Full-time employees will get paid for those 2 days. Unfortunately, Christmas Eve is not a holiday for us, but all of the sites are closed. Newtrax is not closed, so if you want to use PTO or your floating holiday that you receive, because you get 2 floating holidays if you've been here a year, you can use one of those, or part-time, you do accrue some holiday pay. You can use some of that. Please put that in Paylocity, so I don't have to come looking for you for next Wednesday. We do need 6 to 7 drivers next Wednesday, the 24th, for community. I would love, if you want some hours and don't want to use PTO or your floating holiday, you don't have that, please come and see me. I would love to set you up for some community.
What
for
time of
the-
day is that?
Scott probably would love, it's like Luke, so we're talking like 9 to 1:30, and then there's some church. So we have some like from 4 to 6:30. There's 2 church shuttles that are gonna be going out next Wednesday for Christmas Eve, so we could do a double, and you could have, if we don't have a whole lot, you could maybe do a loop and a church. So please come see us, but there is some activity next Wednesday that I do need some drivers for. So thank you.
Are we good for pizza? Yes, we do. Go ahead.
I just asked who's hungry.
Who's hungry?